It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Lifelong dreams being elevated. Leave a nigga face down like he meditating. Growing up, trepidation in my locale. Hearing 40 cal, know somebody need resuscitation. I describe myself, nothing define me. Paper cut sharp, origami. Business in the iPhone, biting the apple like Shinigami. Death notes, every bar's like a homie. I'm the Clyde with a Bonnie. Rhythmalism, I'm too quick. New scripts, I'm producing them daily like news clips. Roof Chris, give me all of the beef, I'm a sous chef. Homies had them 8 balls for the green like a pool stick. I learn my ingredients as I get older, more lenient. We use bitch niggas to be convenient. Need more cash, that's immediate, expedient. My experience teaching what I couldn't get from PBS. Freedom of the finance, read a pie graph, I take my pride back. Flip the color like a Mike Jack, niggas ain't like that. Take a name like it's Iraq, you diss me? Might stab a nigga with a wine glass, it's risky. Might crash, don't invite me to the function. I smash niggas pumpkins, all together conjunction. Southside nigga cooking up like it's a luncheon. We don't need a studio to get you niggas punched in.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there today. Now, in this video, we're going to be addressing this Kendrick Lamar in Houston situation. There was a lot of speculation on whether or not he was going to be able to sell it out, if people were going to show up. Remember, I did that video the other day, and they said that they were at the 75 percentile area. Well, it looks like the people showed up. Looked like the people showed up, showed out, and Kendrick went out there, did his motherfucking thing. SZA once again went out there and did her motherfucking thing. And we know Drake fans out there, they were looking for any angle, any way to try to discredit what they have going on. They latched onto this narrative. They made a fake TMZ post. They were out there spreading it like wildfire. And last night turned out to be another successful show. That's 2 down. And many more to go. I'm still waiting on mine on April 29th. I'm counting down the days, getting ready. It's going to be a good motherfucking time. All my Atlanta folks, stand the fuck up. Hope to see y'all out there. Good vibes only, please. Okay? But let's just go ahead and slow walk this story, man. We ain't got to rush into it. You feel me? But we're going to get to it. So, let's go ahead and pull up one of Drake's biggest beer holders for coming out and trying to discredit the show and say that all of these seats were available and it's looking bad and he's supposed to be this big artist and all this stuff, but all the empty seats, blase. We had this Aubrey's attorney page. Now, shout out to OK Mama. She real cool. She's posting the proof of this. It says, despite claims of being sold out, 13K tickets remain unsold for Kendrick's Houston show tomorrow. Almost the entire 100 section is empty. I guarantee you that we will soon be hearing stories about him giving free upgrades to people in the nosebleeds to fill those empty seats. Now, what I don't understand is if you're giving people free upgrades to fill in empty seats, all that's going to do is create more empty seats. So where them motherfuckers left? You know? But clearly, Aubrey's attorney ain't a real attorney and ain't all that smart to begin with. Just a motherfucking troll online that gets way more attention than needed. But this is the image that they were trying to spread around. One of many images. This shit got over 796,000 views. Trying to bash this man. So here we have another user from the OVHO community. And they say, Kendrick Lamar's concert in Houston is not sold out and bots online have been used to sell his tickets. Okay? So this person here posts a photo of DJ Mustard during his set. Now, for those that don't know, I'll just go back because this ain't even making no bigger. For those that don't know, DJ Mustard is literally opening up the show. I think the doors are opening at these events at 7 o'clock or some shit. Mustard is coming out as the building is still filling up. Mustard is not a headliner. He's not like, you know what I'm saying? He's getting the vibes ready as people are coming in, getting their stuff, finding their place in the crowd, their seats and shit. He's setting the mood playing music. Okay, it's a party. Then when he wraps up, we get to the main event. Kendrick and SZA, they going out doing their motherfucking thing. They weaving in and out of their records, doing their stuff. They collabs the whole thing. DJ Mustard is not a central figure to what's happening at the show, which is probably why they chose him to fucking, be the opener. It's like, okay, perfect. You got music, you got hits to play. You're a DJ, vibe selector. Go crazy. But trying to use this photo of Mustard playing while everybody's coming into the building is not a gotcha moment, because that's exactly the role that Mustard is playing. So then here they have this screenshot of bots, which, let's be honest, we're talking about Twitter here. We had Kendrick literally mention Drake and Twitter bots in the battle, right? So nobody even knows who is the one that deployed these bots. But nonetheless, it says, "Hi guys, I have 3X Kendrick Lamar and SZA tickets for tonight, Wednesday, April 23rd at NRG Stadium, Houston, Texas. Anyone interested can send me a DM for proof and ticket sales. We can't make it anymore, sadly." Now, the thing about this is, who's actually hitting these motherfuckers up for these tickets? Who's actually following through? Why would you hit up a bot for tickets? Everybody got 3 tickets to sell. Ain't that interesting? The top motherfucker up here got 3 tickets to sell. Right under it, my 3 Kendrick Lamar and SZA tickets for the night performance in NRG Stadium, Texas. Any interested buyer asking for 100 each, please. The next motherfucker in line, anyone looking to get 3 Kendrick Lamar and SZA concert tickets for April 26th at AT&T Stadium? Now, some of these people might legitimately be selling their tickets. I don't know, but I just find it very interesting that every person on this page has 3 tickets available. And I don't think they really got tickets at all, personally. This is nothing but manipulation tactics for people in that community, which is the Drake OVO fans. They need a max win. They're looking for any angle that they can latch themselves onto to make themselves feel good, which I don't understand, right? I understand that this is like in the position of an ongoing war, right? The war has taken place in front of everybody. We're not going to go back to being allies. It's fuck you for life. It's up. All right, whatever. But why would you put yourself in position to basically be following and tracking every move that Kendrick Lamar is doing just for you to get dunked on daily? You're just getting dunked on daily. It's like Arvydas Sabonis just showing up to Shaq house every day. Now, if you're not an OG NBA fan from the 90s, early 2000s, you ain't gonna know what I'm talking about. But it's like that motherfucker just keep coming to Shaq house every day. I'll just play one-on-one. Come on, Diesel. And he just keep dunking on his ass and leaving him laid on his back. Like, why you keep coming here, nigga? You know I'm finna dunk on your stupid ass. That's what they're doing. Hella embarrassing. You gotta have other things to do with your fucking lives. But clearly they don't. So now we're coming back to OK Mama's post. Shout out to you. You getting your second shout out in one video. You going up today. We're coming back to her post. And this is from inside the concert in Houston. This is a camera just panning around the fucking stadium. As you can see from the still shot, this bitch is packed out, but I'm finna press play. This is during Kendrick's actual performance, so no more mustard. Everybody's in the building. Everybody's enjoying themselves. Everybody's in their positions. Kendrick's on the mic. Look at that shit. Look at that shit.
I need some help with this verse. What you say? Oh, hey.
Me and my niggas tryna get it, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Perfect song. Yeah, bitch. Like what? Like what? They what? They what? Bros. That burn came on. Top right me, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Free your mind. We see dollars. Easy come up, yeah, bitch. A silver spoon, I know you come from you, bitch. Never know. Go at these fuckers for that revenue. Pat that. Smash that. These nigga whack that. Let me stop before I make a whole song on this goddamn concert, man. Y'all go fuck around and get into my recording creative process and shit. Hold on. But y'all get the point, man. The shit was actually quite full, quite packed, quite plentiful, if I may say so. So here we've got another angle, because we're going to continue to show what's going on. Again, I'm only here to correct misinformation. Just correcting misinformation. We're going to get different angles so people can't even come over here and refute what's really happening. Because at that point, you got to be legally blind, okay? Oh no. Can't play that. Them niggas will try to fuck me over for that. Hold on. So this is another visual. Look at this fucking swarm of people, dog. Come on, dog. I'm gonna let it play one more time. I just can't play 30 for 30 because Sony on some bullshit. They came and flagged my last video featuring SZA music from the show. Typically, you would be able to play concert footage, but them niggas came and whacked my motherfucking video out. I'm over here trying to fight that shit now. But nonetheless, yeah, I done played it a couple times by now, just in case anybody was curious. Now, furthermore, we've got the Houston Chronicle, which is a publication based in Houston covering all Houston news. This is their review of the Kendrick Lamar and SZA show. They say Kendrick Lamar and SZA bring giant bugs and soulful energy to Grand National Tour in Houston. This is written by Joey Guerra, okay? So he states the magnetic push-pull of Kendrick Lamar and SZA, along with giant bugs and an Anita Baker sample, kept a Wednesday night crowd wrapped for 2.5 hours during the second stop of the Grand National Tour in Houston. The co-headlining extravaganza drew a diverse crowd to NRG Stadium from tweens to 30 and 40-somethings and beyond. Some showed up hours before the gates opened and waited in the rain. Hold up. Hey. Some showed up hours before the gates opened and waited in the rain. Now I know only I can stop the rain. Shout out to DMX too, because it does look like Kendrick is paying tribute to DMX with his outfits on the tour. Thought it might have been a little bit of coincidence. I remember somebody did say that he had duplicated that camo suit that DMX wore on the Breakfast Club when he said, "I hate the way Drake walks, talks, and everything, and the way he dressed, his haircut and everything." But last night he had on that red leather jacket, which is very much akin to the red leather jacket that DMX wore in the What's My Name music video. So it's starting to look like that's really a thing. Like the X chain, the outfits, definitely seems he's paying tribute to him. And for those that really know Kendrick Lamar's history, ever since he first started coming on the scene doing interviews, he always said that DMX's Dark and Hell is Hot is one of those pivotal albums, Tupac, Machiavelli, one of those pivotal albums that created his influence. All right, we'll keep going though. Waited in the rain to secure prime spots on the floor in the Energy General Admission area. Earlier in the day, SZA also debuted her Not Beauty Lip collection in a pop-out outside the stadium and showed up in person to interact and take photos with fans. Mustard, the Grammy-winning producer of Not Like Us, hyped up the crowd with a DJ set that included classic party anthems by 2 Chainz. Y'all might want to correct that typo there. By 2 Chainz, I'm different. Juvenile, back that ass up, and Ludacris, move. Get out the way. He also included Bun B's Get Throwed as a nod to Houston. Lamar opened the 50 plus song set. That shit sound crazy, don't it? 50 plus. Seated inside a Buick Grand National Experimental that rose from beneath a darkened stage to the ominous strains of whacked out murals. He wore a red jacket and was intermittently joined by more than a dozen dancers. But his most powerful moments came when he was alone on the expansive stage, as during Squabble Up, a certified bop that samples the 80s freestyle classic When I Hear Music by Debbie Deb. Striking visuals flashed across the screen during every song, from old home movies to slick naturescapes. The night was sequenced as an equal showcase for both artists, a few Lamar songs, a few SZA songs, a few moments together. It created a sharp contrast. Lamar thrives on intensity. SZA is all sultry pop polish. When they're together, she softens his edges and coaxes out more of his playful side. They stood on different sides of the stage during all the stars, and the distance between them created a palpable energy with the crowd. Okay, we see photos. Love was a standout and a lovely lighthearted moment. Lamar and SZA circled each other playfully as they walked the length of the stage, and he eventually took her hand and gave her a spin. SZA has the charisma of a pop diva, but never falls into cliche or overproduction. She channeled 80s angst into Scorsese Baby Daddy, inspired a sing-along during Murder Ballad Kill Bill, and full out twerked during Rich Baby Daddy. She kept with an outdoorsy forest theme every time she was on stage. Dancers were dressed as glamorous bugs. A pair of praying mantises circled her as she sang Garden, Say It Like That. She rode a giant ant with red eyes during Kitchen. Her vocals were strong and clear throughout, with even more color and texture than on her recordings, which was another thing that was circulating. A lot of people were trying to figure out if SZA's mic was actually live on stage. People said, hey, if anybody was questioning that, she came out this bitch and was really, really singing on that mic last night. Okay. The insect theme culminated during Saturn as she rose into the air out of a long dress meant to look like a cocoon. As it fell to the floor, she flew even higher on a pair of butterfly wings. Lamar's performances were often mini tour de force. The double shot of Euphoria and Hey Now, an a cappella bit of Swimming Pool Drank that seeped into Mad City, featuring a clever sample of Anita Baker's Sweet Love. You remember? Lamar asked playfully. He danced across a long table during Dodger Blue, with dancers seated along its length, evoking the Last Supper. DNA was a marvel of technology and timing, with the giant screens flashing images of parties, families, and Lamar that continuously morphed into collages. TV Off was a late set jolt of energy, only to be outdone by Not Like Us. The scathing Drake diss track still feels like a dagger to the heart, amplified by the wry humor in Lamar's delivery. SZA returned for a final bow that included Luther, currently the #1 song in the country, for a 9th week. And Grand National album closer, Gloria. It was the perfect midnight storm. What the hell was that? Excuse the what the hell was that? I wasn't talking about the show. I thought I heard some shit. I had to get over P's and Q's real quick, make sure it wasn't no shit going on up in here. But yeah, that's Joey Guerra with his assessment of the show out there in Houston for the Houston Chronicle. So clearly the fans were satisfied in the building. The reporters were satisfied at the publications. All is well that seems to have ended well. And speaking of the ending, Kendrick Lamar also linked up with Houston rap legend Trae Tha Truth, who's also very good friends with J. Cole, I just might add. But they linked up after the show. And I thought that was really endearing too. Let's go ahead and pull that up. So here is video of Kendrick Lamar gifting Trae Tha Truth's daughter in Houston. I believe her name is Truth, as a matter of fact.
You did that for us? That's love. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. Oh my God.
All right. Now, for those of y'all that don't know, once again, Trae Tha Truth is a Houston H-Town legend out that motherfucker, man. very charitable person, does a lot of good things in the community, not just in Houston too, by the way. He gets around, he moves around, and you know, Trae Tha Truth Day. I don't know if he still does it, but I know that that shit used to be turned the fuck up out there in Houston, and he's well respected, well known, and rightfully so. Okay, now for those that look at the situation between him and Zero, I'm not involved. I ain't got nothing to say on that because I don't know that shit. But peace and love to both. Now, as it pertains to Trae Tha Truth and his daughter, I do want to get into that just a moment, just pivot, because this little girl here that you see in the screen, she's had a rough time. Okay, for those that are not familiar with the story, Trae Tha Truth was separated from his daughter late last year. I think I want to say, was it August? The mother of the child ran off with her, so she was able to visit the child, take her with her, and she fled with this little girl here, and she was gone for months. Trae Tha Truth was trying to find out what happened, where they went, and was not able to find out up until the top of this year. Okay? So there's a lot to unpack there. So it says here, Houston rap artist Trae Tha Truth spent several months looking for his missing daughter, Truth, who disappeared after her mother picked her up for a visitation and didn't return. Last week, Trae said his daughter was finally found, and they have since been reunited. So this is Trae and his daughter, Truth. Okay. And this is his Instagram post of the situation. He spoke with KPRC2 about the situation. He says, "Let no one tell you God ain't real." He said the only way it happened was God. He put the right people in position, the right people in place, where everything aligned at the right time. Trae said he received a call on New Year's Day from U.S. Marshals saying his daughter had been found in El Centro, California. "I jumped up, and in less than 20 minutes, I was driving to the airport, got to traveling all day." He told KPRC2 this experience has reminded him to never give up. Okay? He says sometimes you have children, even elders. You have people in your family that doesn't know to fight for themselves, can't fight for themselves. And for me, the love I have for my children, I was going to go to the point where I couldn't walk no more, to the point I couldn't breathe. I had to go to the end to protect them. He said after several months, he was nervous at first about seeing his daughter. He says, you never know what your child has been taught, what they've been told about you. And I think when we both saw each other, she was kind of hesitant for maybe 30 seconds to a minute. But as soon as she saw her brother, everything that she was thinking, everything that she could have been told went out the window. When she hugged her brother, then from that point on, she never left my side. He says even while trying to give back to Houston at holiday events, he felt people's support through the entire situation. You had the kids and the parents coming up to me saying, I'm praying for you, and how much they appreciate with what I'm going through right now, and that I took time away from dealing with what I was dealing with to assist them. That gave them hope and motivation. I think this experience probably touched a lot of fathers that may have already given up to understand that if they keep their faith in God and they stay dedicated and they go in day in and day out, there's a chance they could be reunited with their children too. Okay? Just wanted to give Trae Tha Truth a good moment, you know what I'm saying? Because I can only imagine what that must feel like to be separated from your child and not know where they are. They're with the mother, but you can't even have good faith in that because she's running off with your kid. Remember, they in Houston. They found her near the border of Mexico in California somewhere. So when you see Kendrick showing him love, showing her love, giving her gifts and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? There's additional context to that, man, just to show how much of a real one Kendrick is, man. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that shit a lot. Outside of music, outside of this rap shit, outside of anything, as human beings first, as people first, I fuck with that. Now, as previously stated, Luther is still number one in the country on the Hot 100 in its 9th week. We now have midweek Hot 100 predictions. This is being projected for next week. And Luther is projected to be at number 1 again. And remember, the 10 weeks is the record. So it's pretty safe to say it's finna hit that 10 weeks. All right. Now, Drake with Nokia is still at number 3. So, hey, nothing wrong with being number 3. Motherfuck the big 3. Nigga, it's just big B, nigga, bomb. But there's nothing wrong with being a third wheel as long as the wheels are working. You know what I'm saying? But for anybody that was, expecting for Nokia to make that big push to the top, I don't really see it happening anytime soon, okay? Luther is very firmly sitting in its position. Just wanted to throw that out there because, hell, this shit might be up there for damn near 12 weeks. Especially if that Die With A Smile shit start losing traction a little bit. We'll see. I don't know. I ain't never heard that motherfucking song. But salute to Gaga and Bruno nonetheless. So Kendrick is still doing his motherfucking thing, man. GNX is still in the top 5 on the album charts. Luther's still number 1 on the singles chart. Clearly this is the top tour of the year. By the time it's over with, this could once again be Kendrick's overtaking of the biggest hip hop tour in history. Remember, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers had already surpassed that, but this tour is substantially bigger. So it's going to be very interesting. I mean, we don't see too many stadium tours in hip hop, man. So this shit it's going pretty digital, all right? But let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments, man. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider, and I will catch y'all on the next one, all right? Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.